Let's dive into lead part 4 of Ramblin Man. It comes at about 3 minutes 44-ish seconds into the track, and it follows instantaneously from the guitar solo that we looked at in lead part 3, but it's a pre-written solo. There's nothing improvised about this. So let's have a look at what's happening here. We're going to start way up the neck. We're going to start on the second string 18th fret. This is bar 1 of your tab. Let's play it and let's roll it into bar 2 and that first note that you see on bar 3. So 18th fret of the second string, and I've got the ring finger on it and also the middle finger supporting on the 17th fret of the second string. And I'm going to bend that up a full step twice. The first time I'll stop it at the top, the second time I'll hold the bend. Then I'll let the bend down, then I'll pick 15 or pull off to 15, whichever you prefer, of the same string. Back to 18, bend and release. It's a nice long bend and release, back to 15. 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1. So that first bend comes down on the end of 3, the second bend comes down on the end of 4 at the second bar. Now, we followed in bar 4, there's a little tag on the end of that lick, and it's played by two different guitars. First guitar plays this, followed by the second guitar playing this. But we can play that phrase on just one guitar, like that. So what we've got there is the 17th to the 19th fret of the first string. We're going to hammer on, pull off 19 to 17, and then play 19 again. 1 and 2. Bring these two fingers down 2 frets and have the index finger. We're going to play the note at the 15th fret and hammer it onto 17, and then play 15 again. So 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Let's jump to line 2 then, and bar 5, where we've got a lick that goes like this, the following lick. The rhythm's the same as the first one, except we don't pick that first note twice, just once, bend it and hold it up. Then eventually let it down and come back to 15 of the first string. Play 17 of the first string again. Bend and release 17 and play 15 of the first string. 1, 2, 3 and 4, coming down on the end of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully you can see, apart from the very beginning where we picked, in bar 1 we picked the first note twice, apart from that, it's exactly the same rhythm as bars 1 and 2. And it also has a little tag on the end of that lick that's going like this. Again, on the record that's two different guitars, but it doesn't matter, we can play that quite simply with one. Have a little mini bar covering the top 2 strings at the 15th fret. Hammer on the first string 15 to 17 and then pick 15 again. And then do the same thing on the second string. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And then we repeat that whole thing from bar 1 through to bar 8. And then we're about 4 minutes 5 seconds into the track now, and bar 9 of your tab, and we get this repeating lick. And he plays that a number of times. So each bar is exactly the same. We've got the 18th fret of the second string. We're going to bend and release and pick 15. And then go back to 18 and bend it again and hold the bend. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Every bar is the same. You can see bars 9, 10, 11 and 12 of your tab are exactly the same, and then there's a repeat sign, so you'll play that lick that we just looked at 8 times. And then he stretches the same lick out and starts to play this. over and over and over again. Another favorite trick of lead guitarists, to pick a 3-note phrase and just keep repeating it over and over again. It's 18 of the second, 15 of the second again. This time I've had to take away the supporting finger because I'm going to bend release 18 and pull it off to 15. I find that if my middle finger is there, the pull-off is not so effective for me. Find what works for you. So I'm bending, releasing, pulling off. So one pick covers all 3 of those notes. Now I think if you count the number of times he does that as we go from bar 13 all the way through to bar 20 of the tab, it's about, I can't even remember, 21 times or something. It's best not to count it. As I'm playing that, I'm still feeling where the bar lines are coming. I still feel the 1, 2, 3, 4 pulse of the music. I can tap my feet. So 8 bars is a very natural phrase, which is how long this section lasts. If you can feel the 8 bars, that's definitely the best way to do it. If you really can't, you will need to count 21 of those. But I can tell you, at the speed you play them, it's pretty hard to count 21. Anyway, we'll play that 3-note sequence over and over again. And keep doing it. Alright, and at that point, when we reach the last one, we're coming out on the 4th beat of that bar, bar 20. So, let me see if I can get the count here. It's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And on the next one, come down to a half bar, top 3 strings at the 12th fret, and play. Can you see there are 2 notes together there at the 12th fret, 2nd and 3rd strings? It's because we've got harmonized guitars on the record. You could play those 2 notes together, or you can do what I did in the playthrough and pick one of them, and it doesn't matter which one you pick. Then, at the end of that bar, let me play the phrase for you. We've got this. So, on the and of 4 of that bar, 1, 2, 3, 4, and, we play the 3rd string 12th fret again, and then the middle finger pulls off 2nd string 13 to 12, play 3rd string at 12 again, this is why you want the half bar, and again pull off 13 to 12. This time we hold the note on 13 a little longer, and again 12 of the 3rd string. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And the little tail, the little tag on that lick, choose one of these 2. Either the 1st string, 15, pulling off to 13 and playing 15, or exactly the same thing on the 2nd string. Again, on the record there are 2 harmonized guitars, and one of them each is playing each of those licks. And with that, and then you repeat that, the record fades out on that little sequence of bars from bar 21 to the end. So, with that, you have everything that's being played on Ramblin Man. Well done if you've got this far, and I hope you've had a lot of fun with it. And I'll leave you to go away and practice, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.